Hello everyone. In today's class, we will discuss about the IC555 timer and its application as monostable and astable multivibrators. So the monostable multivibrator means there is only one stable state. So normally the low state, low state that is zero state will be the stable state, and there is a quasi-stable state or unstable state which is one. Most of the time it will be on a stable state, but whenever we give an trigger input, that time it changed from its stable state to quasi-stable state, that is the high state. So zero and one state. So this is a square wave generator. So the monostable or astable multivibrators are square wave generator. In a astable multivibrator, there is no stable state. So no stable state means it switched from lower state to higher state, and it changed from higher state to lower state. So in this case, there is no triggering pulse. It can automatically change from its low state to high state, and from high state to low state. That's why it is called a stable multivibrator. Where in monostable multivibrator, it has got a stable state, that is normally the low state, that is the zero state. So it stays in that stable state, and whenever we get trigger input pulse, it goes from its stable state to quasi-stable state, that is the high state. So after some time, it goes back to its stable state, that is the low state. So this is the IC555, the pin diagram as well as the internal architecture. The pin number 1 is ground, 2 is trigger pulse. So in case of monostable state, we had to give a trigger pulse. And 3 is the output. 4 is the reset. So during the operation, at any time, we can reset the this system by giving a pulse to this reset pin. Then there is a power supply, so plus VCC, which is given to the pin number 8. There is a discharge pin. So this is used for discharging capacitor. So this is an important pin. Then there is a threshold, then control voltage, and this is the internal architecture of the IC555 timer. Why we are calling it as a 555? There are three 5 kilo ohm resistor. So this is our plus VCC, which is given to the 8 pin, and this is a voltage divider. So this is divided using three resistors, three 5 kilo ohm resistors. There are three 5 kilo ohm resistors, and here you can see that this is there are two comparators. One, two. These are two comparators. So there is a plus VCC which is given through this 5 kilo ohm, and this will be equally divided into three parts. So here the plus VCC becomes, at this point it becomes 2/3 VCC. Here you can see this is the connected port, and this is given to the first comparator. So this 1 and 2 are comparators. One is called the threshold comparators, and the other one is called the trigger comparator. At this point, the voltage will be 2/3 VCC, which is given to the inverting terminal of the comparator 1. Okay, and there is another resistor which will divide the value into 1/3 VCC. So for the trigger comparator, this 1/3 VCC is given to the non-inverting terminal of the trigger comparator. Here, this comparator will be active when the voltage is more than 2/3 VCC. The comparator 1 will go to high state, right? Because this threshold is connected to the non-inverting terminal, and inverting terminal is connected with this 2/3 VCC, which is a constant. And for the trigger comparator, is non-inverting terminal is connected with 1/3 VCC, and the inverting terminal is the trigger input. So this is the trigger input where we can give the trigger input, and this is another 5 kilo ohm which is grounded. So this is a divider using three resistors, three 5 kilo ohm resistors. Okay, so this 1 and 2 are comparator, and this output of these two comparator are given to the RS flip-flop, and this comparator 1 is given to the set input, and this is given to the reset input. I hope you remember about this RS flip-flop. So whenever S is high, that is the set condition. Set condition means Q will be 1. That is the set conditions. And when R is high, that is the reset condition. Then Q will be 0.
So this Q is the which is given. This is connected with a discharge transistor. You can see here there is a transistor which is called the discharge transistor, which is used for the discharging purpose. Okay. And Q bar is the second output of this RS flip flop, which is the inverse of this Q, which is the output. So this is the output of the our network. This is high means output is high. So output is Q bar, and comparator 1 compares threshold voltage with reference voltage, which is 2 by 3 VCC, and comparator 2 compares the trigger voltage with the reference voltage 1 by 3 VCC. And the output of both comparators are connected with the flip-flop, and which assume the state of the system. So when Q is equal to 1, Q is equal to 1 means
The base is connected and the transistor is on. Now the capacitor can discharge through this path because it acts as a closed switch.
whereas in this case ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ Q is equal to 0 ആണെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക. Q is equal to 0 means ബേസിൽ നമ്മൾ ഒന്നും കൊടുക്കുന്നില്ല. So that means this is an open switch. This is an open switch like this. So that time the capacitor cannot discharge. Discuss about the monostable multivibrator.
Now we will discuss about the monostable multivibrator. I have already told you about this one because there is only one stable state. The stable state is the lowest state, and whenever we give a trigger pulse, it goes to the high state, which is a quasi-stable state. On the right hand side, you will see the internal architecture of the IC555 timer, which is this square box here. In order to use it as a monostable multivibrator, we externally connect this resistor RA and capacitor C. Now this capacitor can charge through this RA whenever the system is connected. So the value of this resistor and capacitor will determine how long the system is going to be in the high state, that is the quasi-stable state.
Initially, we consider that the output at pin 3 is low, that is the circuit is in stable state. The Q is high. Q is high എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ the capacity, this transistor is on ആണ്. That is the stable state. So if the system has to go from its stable state to its quasi-stable state, for that we have to give a trigger input. So we are giving a trigger input. Its value is നെഗറ്റീവ് ട്രിഗർ പൾസ് ആണ് ഇവിടെ കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. സോ ഈ സിസ്റ്റം ഈ ഒരു കമ്പാരറ്റർ 2 ആക്റ്റീവ് ആണെങ്കിൽ we have to give a negative pulse here, and its magnitude has to be less than 1 by 3 VCC. So that time this comparator is on. So the second comparator is on. That means the system goes to reset state. So R is equal to 1. So reset state means എന്താണ്, this is Q is going to be 0 and Q bar is going to 1. So now the output is going to one state. So whenever we give a trigger pulse with so negative going trigger pulse with magnitude less than 1 by 3 VCC, the output goes to high state. So initially it was in the low state, now it goes to the high state. So that time this Q is equal to 0. That means the transistor is off. So now the capacitor can charge through this RA towards plus VCC through this resistor RA. So whenever it goes, because this is connected with threshold. ഇവിടെ ഈ ഒരു ചാർജിംഗ് പാത്ത് ത്രെഷോൾഡ് ആയിട്ട് കണക്റ്റഡ് ആണ്. Okay, here it is connected. So whenever this voltage has reached 2 by 3 VCC plus 2 by 3 VCC എത്തി എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക ഇവിടുത്തെ വോൾട്ടേജ്. So that means ഇവിടുത്തെ ഈ threshold 6ലെ വോൾട്ടേജ് now become 2 by 3 VCC. So when it is going more than 2 by 3 VCC, 2 by 3 VCC നെക്കാട്ടും കൂടുതൽ, അതായത് പ്ലസ് VCC വരെ ഈ കപ്പാസിറ്ററിന് ചാർജ് ചെയ്യാം. So at the time it reaches 2 by 3 VCC and goes above this 2 by 3 VCC, that time the comparator 1 will be active. So it goes to high state. That means set conditions. Q is equal to 1 and Q bar is 0. That means it goes to the low state.
When Q is equal to 1, the capacitor start discharging and goes to the stable state. That is, the output goes to low state.
So whenever we give a trigger pulse and the negative trigger pulse with magnitude less than 1 by 3 VCC, this is active. The comparator 2 is going to high state. That means reset condition. That time Q is equal to 0. Q is equal to 0 and Q bar is equal to 1. So the output goes from a stable low state to high state Now this is since Q is equal to 0, this is off. The discharge transistor is off. Now the capacitor C can charge through RA. It can charge towards plus VCC. But whenever it reaches the 2 by 3 VCC, the comparator 1 is active. So that means the threshold is high. Then the 2 by 3 VCC, it goes to the set conditions. That means Q is equal to 0. Sorry, Q is equal to 1 and Q bar is equal to 0. That means output goes to the low state and Q is equal to 1. That means the time for capacitor to charge from 0 to 2 by 3 VCC. അത്രയും സമയമാണ് ഈ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഹൈ ആയിട്ട് നിൽക്കുള്ളൂ. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ് ഗോസ് ടു ലോ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്, ഇറ്റ് സ്റ്റേബിൾ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്. പിന്നെ ഇതിനെ ഹൈലോട്ട് ആക്കണമെങ്കിൽ വി ഹാവ് ടു ഗിവ് അനദർ ട്രിഗർ പൾസ്. സോ ഇനീഷ്യലി ഈ ഒരു വേവ് ഫോം നോക്കുക. ഇനീഷ്യലി ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് വാസ് ലോ, ഈ സ്റ്റേബിൾ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്. So when we give a negative pulse with magnitude greater than 1 by 3 VCC, the output goes to high state. That is Q bar goes to high state. Now the capacitor starts charging. So it's charging and it charging towards plus VCC. But whenever it reaches 2 by 3 VCC, it has to discharge. So that means output goes to low state. Now it stays back low state, and whenever there is a next triggering pulse, negative going triggering pulse with magnitude greater than 1 by 3 VCC, again output goes to high and the capacitor start charging and so on. We had to calculate this is TP, the time over which the output remains high. That is called the pulse width of the monostable multivibrator. So that is we can calculate that value using the general equation, that is the voltage across a capacitor at any instant. If you use a resistor capacitor, the voltage across the capacitor is this is the equation for the voltage across the capacitor, and this is the VCC. So the time over which the capacitor charge from 0 to 2 by 3 VCC, അതിന് എടുക്കുന്ന ടൈം ആണ് നമ്മളുടെ pulse width, that is TP. VC is equal to 2 by 3 VCC. അതാണ് time for the capacitor to charge from 0 to 2 by 3 VCC. So we have to give value VC is equal to 2 by 3 VCC. So that VCC cut ചെയ്യാം. So there is a 2 by 3 here. So 2 by 3 is equal to 1 minus e raised to minus TP. So now the T become TP. On rearranging, you will get RAC into log 3 എന്ന് വരും. Because this is 2 by 3 and there is a 1 here. So it become 1 by 3. Then we take inverse. Then T is equal to, so this has to be TP. So log 3 is equal to 1.1. So that TP is equal to 1.1, approximately 1.1 RAC. So the monostable multivibrator has many applications. One is the frequency divider. The output waveform pulse width നമുക്ക് ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യാം. നമുക്ക് ഈ ട്രിഗർ പൾസിന് അനുസരിച്ച് ട്രിഗർ പൾസ് ഇതിന് എത്രത്തോളം വിഡ്ത്ത് വേണം എന്നുള്ളത് നമുക്ക് ഈ ട്രിഗർ പൾസ് എപ്പോഴാണ് കൊടുക്കുന്നതിനനുസരിച്ച് നമുക്ക് അതിനെ ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പം ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ അതിനെ പൾസ് വിഡ്ത്തിനെ മാറ്റാം, ഫ്രീക്വൻസി. സോ ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ യൂസ് ആസ് എ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഡിവൈഡർ നെറ്റ്വർക്ക്. We can design the frequency of the pulse here. Then it has also got the application as pulse structure. That means നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ നോക്കിയാൽ അറിയാം ഈ ഇൻപുട്ട് പൾസ് നമ്മൾ ട്രിഗർ പൾസിന്റെ വിഡ്ത്ത് വളരെ കുറവാണ്, വെറാസ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് വേവ് ഫോമിന്റെ വിഡ്ത്ത് കൂടുതലാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഇതൊരു നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ ഒരു പൾസ് സ്ട്രക്ചർ ആണ്. നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഇൻപുട്ട് പൾസ് ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ, ബട്ട് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഈസ് ഹൈ, ദ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് പൾസ് വിഡ്ത്ത് ഈസ് ഹൈ. Now we'll see another application of this IC555, which is the astable multivibrator. So astable multivibrator, as I discussed earlier, it doesn't have a stable state. It changes its state from low to high or from high to low. അപ്പോൾ കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആയിട്ട് ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടേയിരിക്കും. ദാറ്റ്സ് വൈ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് അസ്റ്റേബിൾ മൾട്ടിവൈബ്രേറ്റർ. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഡസ് നോട്ട് റിക്വയർ എ ട്രിഗർ പൾസ്. അപ്പം നേരത്തെ മോണോസ്റ്റേബിളിലെ കേസിൽ നമ്മൾ അതിന്റെ സ്റ്റേബിൾ സ്റ്റേറ്റ് നിന്ന് മാറ്റണമെങ്കിൽ വി ഹാവ് ടു ഗിവ് എ ട്രിഗർ പൾസ്. ഇൻ ദിസ് കേസ് ദർ ഇസ് നോ എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ ട്രിഗർ പൾസ്. The time during which the output is either high or low is determined by the externally connected resistors and capacitor. So here we have two resistors, RA and RB, and this is the capacitor for charging purpose. Assume that initially the Q is low, output is in the high state, Q bar is high and Q is low. Since Q is equal to low, discharge transistor is off. Discharge transistor off ആണ്. That means the capacitor can charge. That means now the capacitor C can charge through this RA and RB. So the capacitor start charging towards plus Vc through these resistors Ra and Rb. In the previous case, there was only one resistor, so the charging time constant is Ra into C. Rc ആണ് time constant, so it was Ra into C. Discharging time constant is also Ra into C because there is only one resistor for the discharge path as well as charging. But in this case, there are two resistors. That's why the charging time constant is Ra plus Rb into C. So now the capacitor start charging and it's charging towards plus VCC. So whenever it reaches the value 2 by 3 VCC and it exceeds that value, that time the comparator 1 goes high. So the comparator 1 goes to high state means that is the set conditions. That means Q is going to high. So that time the capacitor start discharging, and when its value reaches below 1 by 3 VCC, the comparator 2 goes high. That means the reset conditions, the Q is 0. That time the discharge transistor is switched off. Now the capacitor can again charge through resistors Ra and Rb towards VCC, and when it reaches 2 by 3 VCC again, the comparator 2 goes high. That time it goes to the set condition so that it start discharging. That means between 1 by 3 VCC and 2 by 3 VCC, the output goes high state, and when it is reaches 2 by 3 VCC, it start discharging towards 1 by 3 VCC. That time it is low. So without any trigger pulse, the output can goes from low to high and from high to low. So that's why it is called a stable multivibrator. In discharging path, there is only one resistor Rb, so that the discharging time constant is Rb into C. Whereas in while charging, there are two resistors Ra and Rb, so that charging time constant is Ra plus Rb into C. Capacitor charge ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് this is high state ലാണ്. Then when it is charging from 0 to 2 by 3 VCC where it is in the high state. When it is reaches 2 by 3 VCC, it discharges. That time the output is low. Again, when it reaches 1 by 3 VCC, the capacitor start charging again. That time the output is high, and when it discharge, the output is low. So this is the output waveform. So the time during which the capacitor charges from 1 by 3 VCC to 2 by 3 VCC. So that is the time during which capacitor charges from 1 by 3 VCC to 2 by 3 VCC. That is called T high. That is the expression for T high is 0.693 into Ra plus Rb into C. And the time during which the capacitor discharge from 2 by 3 VCC to 1 by 3 VCC is called the T low, and the value is 0.693 into RBC. For calculating T high, first we need to find out the time for capacitor to charge from 0 to 2 by 3 VCC. Let it be T2. And the time for capacitor to charge from 0 to 1 by 3 VCC, that let it be T1. Then T2 minus T1 gives T high. You can calculate T high using the earlier expression, that is Vc is equal to Vcc into 1 minus e raised to minus T by RAC, R into C. For charging, you need to consider Ra plus Rb, and for discharging, you need to consider Rb. Now the overall period of oscillation is the time T is equal to T high plus T low. From these two expressions, that will be 0.693 into Ra plus 2 Rb into C. Now the frequency of oscillation is 1 by T, that is 1.44 divided by Ra plus 2 Rb into C. So this equation indicates that the frequency of oscillation is independent of the supply, the collector supply, that is the plus VCC. Okay, thank you.